Hey kids, what time is it?
What time is it?
It's community conversations time.
It's community conversations time. That's right. From the beaches of South Florida to the hills of Tennessee. From New York to Hawaii. Tell your friends that Community Conversations is about to inform the next generation with news, without fear, and educate them without opinion.
And a warm South Florida and Costa Rica welcome to all of you.
This 1 hour forum deepens connections, and it provides discussions on a range of topics including social emotional issues, improving relations with law enforcement, post-secondary education, careers, health and wellness, politics and race, inclusion and equality.
Focus on an initiative. Case in point tonight, you all were speaking about gun violence. Since I've been growing up, that's been a thing, especially living here in Florida.
Community Conversations, where it's all about highlighting the talented youth in our communities and the great things that they are doing.
In terms of encouraging women's involvement in civil rights activism.
Community Conversations.
Hello, Pura Vida. Good evening to all of our news-loving fans. It is now 7:04 p.m. for you, but 5:04 p.m. for me. I'm Emilia Toes in Costa Rica.
And I'm Daniela Borg, also in Costa Rica.
And welcome to this week's episode of Community Conversations.
Tonight's show is coming to you from the Rivera Beach Heights Garden, the site of the Palm Beach Got Talent contest.
Now let's head into our little bit of Costa Rican awareness, per se.
Costa Rica, a country renowned for its stable democracy and lack of standing army, which I don't know if most of you know this, but Costa Rica used to have an army. Now they don't.
No, we don't.
Yeah. Operates under a presidential representative democratic republic framework. This political system, established by the 1949 Constitutional, underscores the nation's commitment to democratic values, human rights, and social progress.
Now, as many of you guys know what the executive branch is, let me tell you a little bit of Costa Rica's executive branch. Well, the president serves as both the head of the state and the head of the government. Elected for a 4-year term, much like the US, the president can be reelected, but not consecutively. The elective branch also includes 2 vice presidents and a cabinet composed of ministers appointed by the president. So once the president is elected, he himself can choose his ministers. Yes. This structure ensures that the executive power is concentrated, yet a subject to democratic checks and balances. So basically, there are 2 sets of elections, one for ministers, and then out of the ones elected, the president chooses which ones he wants.
Yes. Well, the legislative branch, the Legislative Assembly or Asamblea Legislativa, is unicameral and consists of 57 deputies elected through proportional representation for 4-year terms. This system allows for a diverse representation of political parties, reflecting the varied political landscape of the country. The Legislative Assembly is responsible for making laws, approving the budget, and overseeing the executive branch. This branch plays a crucial role in maintaining democratic governments by ensuring that no single entity holds excessive power.
Now, when it comes to the judicial branch, Costa Rica's judiciary is independent and includes the Supreme Court of Justice, which is divided into 4 chambers: the constitutional, the criminal, the civil, and the administrative. Judges are appointed by the Legislative Assembly for renewable 8-year terms. The Constitutional Chamber, or Sala 5, is particularly notable for its role in interpreting the Constitution and safeguarding civil liberties. The judicial independence is vital for upholding the rule of law and protecting the citizens' rights. As we all know, we don't have an army, so most of the peace relies on the
Mhm.
law.
Yes. Now we're going to talk about the electoral system. Costa Rica's electoral system is managed by the Supreme Electoral Tribunal, an autonomous institution responsible for overseeing elections and ensuring their fairness and transparency. The TSE organizes national and
Municipal
elections, supervises political party activities, and enforces electoral laws. This institution has been pivotal in maintaining public confidence in the electoral process and the integrity of the democratic system.
Costa Rica's political system is a testament to the country's commitment to democracy, stability, and social progress. Through its robust institutions, proportional representation, and active civil society, Costa Rica has managed to maintain a peaceful and democratic society in a region often marred by political turmoil. The nation's emphasis on human rights, environmental sustainability, and social equity continues to set it apart as a model of a democratic governance.
In tonight's episode, we will also tell you about an unusual retirement party for a member of the TSA team.
And we have the 411 on the upcoming Community Family Expo in Rivera Beach, Florida, which is only hours away, people.
And we begin with just about everyone asking, what happened now? Former president and current candidate Donald Trump was found guilty late yesterday of hiding payments he made to bury a embarrassing story of hiding
Before his election,
in 2016. The verdict is historic. Never before has a US president been convicted of a crime. Mr. Trump quickly slammed the trial as rigged and disgraceful and vowed to appeal, but the verdict could jeopardize his plans for another term. Legally, he still allows to run. The US Constitution does not bar convicted felons from becoming president. Particularly politically is another story. While some voters will stand by him, others have said they'd be less likely to support him if he were found guilty, which has now happened. Sentencing is set for July 11th, just days before the start of the Republican National Convention on July 15th. Jail time is possible, but according to the Wall Street Journal, unlikely given his age and clean prior record. Mexico, in the meantime, is putting its political future in the hands of women. Two female engineers, one a physicist, the other a tech entrepreneur, are the frontrunners for Sunday's historic election, where the winner will serve for 6 years. In a country historically dominated by men,
Well, I find that completely
interesting.
But I mean, if you look at the stats of what people are saying, who was gonna be president,
Mhm.
Trump is still up there.
Yeah, he is up
And
there.
he is still winning according to all these polls being
Mm-hmm.
so. My question is, why did the Republican Party choose him
To
as a
be
representation, knowing what would happen and what could happen? And if I'm not wrong, there's over 30 charges that he was convicted of,
Mhm.
that they found him guilty. So, do Americans really want someone like that
Yeah.
representing them? Or is it I already know how he is, I already know how he works, and I don't want another president that I don't know how they work, if they're, I don't know, corrupt, if they're this, if they're that. At least with Trump, you get things directly.
Yeah.
So, you can kind of measure both sides, but I kind of find that very interesting. And it is a subject for debate, because I mean, who would think it?
Yeah.
And it's a historic conviction, not. And when it comes to Mexico for the women, I mean, kudos to them, because
Yeah.
I mean, running for politician in Mexico, it's hard. There's been many stories of them being feared. They're fearing for their lives and then running away from the country because they're wanting to pursue a political career. So I find that very interesting, and I find that something that could be a step in the right direction if handled properly. Well, anyways, guys, a gymnastics champion is out but not down. Community Conversations, Alex Blackwood has this story.
Evening. Gabby Douglas has entered her comeback bid to compete in this summer's Paris Games after injuring her ankle while training for this weekend's U.S. Championships. In 2012, she became the first Black gymnast to win the all-around Olympic gold and has been a professional hiatus since 2016. Douglas is now setting her heights on the 2028 Olympics, where she will be 32 years old, not letting age or injury-related setbacks stand in her way. Douglas told ESPN, "I hope I can inspire both my peers and the next generation of gymnasts. That age is just a number, and you can accomplish anything you work hard for." For Community Conversations, I'm Alex.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you. Speaking of inspiring individuals, 12-year-old Tatiana Wallace is not your average sixth grader. Community Conversations, Danaya has the 411 story. Danaya?
Hello. Tati, as she's known, has turned her personal battle with sickle cell disease into a mission to brighten the lives of other kids facing similar challenges. During Tati's treatment, she's the first to receive a care at a hospital staff where she gave out toys to help patients feel better. Then moved to a new hospital that didn't. Wanting to change that, she stated Tati's Toys Chest, which now donates over 1,000 toys to hospitals each year. We asked Tati what advice she'll give to other kids who want to make a difference. Don't let age define what you can and cannot do. No matter how big or small, you can make an impact in somebody's life. In addition to her charity, Tati plays on her school's volleyball team and is a proud member of the Honor Roll. From Community Conversations, I am Denaya Strong.
Thank you, Danaya.
Thank you.
Although I'm not liking this, where we can't really talk to them while they're here, Jeremiah. I also want
Okay.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey, hello.
How
Hello.
are you? Oh my God, Alex, you're
Good.
literally almost like in the dark. Like half of your
Yeah, not
screen is
my.
like in the
I
dark,
think
and
it's
then
my
half
The other one is like in the brightness.
My window is just glowing today for some reason, and the rest of my room just doesn't light up. even though the light is on, so I'm not sure why it's doing that.
Nice. So, Denaya, whose living room are you in today? What's
It's
that, a
not-
grand piano?
Well, I wish it was, but maybe another time. I don't know.
Interesting. So, how was your guys' week?
That was good.
Pretty
I just went in for an interview today. Hopefully that goes well, and I get
Oh.
hired. That'd be good.
Wow. I hope it goes well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Update us. What about you, Denaya?
Well, it was my last week of school, which was Thursday, but I didn't go because I was like really already done with my schoolwork. So I just like took 2 days off, Wednesday and Thursday. I just went on Tuesday. That was it. But yep, hello to junior year. So I'm very happy about that.
Oh, that's so interesting. Wow. Well, today, surprisingly, I went to Danny's school because she had a choir concert. And it was so weird because I knew everybody from the school.
Mhm.
But, like going back from like, I don't know. So it was just surreal and weird. But yeah, seniors had their last day yesterday. And she has her last day in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. But I feel like the last couple of weeks like of school is like playing and like messing around, right? No, I didn't take one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Okay.
guys.
Anyway.
I hope you have a good weekend.
You too.
All right, thank you. You too.
They weren't talking to us.
Huh?
They weren't talking.
No, but
Anyway.
anyway.
Earlier this week, we observed Memorial Day
Yes.
and wanted to share with you a clip to put the holiday in context. However, as you may recall, we had a packed show, so we pushed the video back to tonight. I mean, yeah, Mr. Siran was nonstop yapping last show. He literally finished without us and he kicked us out. He was like, no, just leave. So, anyways, roll the tape, please, Jeremiah.
From the bands in the parade to the cannon sounding the start of the run.
We're working on restrapping.
And the crackling of a fire inside the blacksmith shop. The sights, sounds, and traditions behind Memorial Day run deep in Boalsburg, Pennsylvania.
In 1864 was the first time 3 women who had lost their loved ones went to the cemetery and put flowers on their graves.
Heather Ricker Gilbert says that tradition, first known as Dedication Day, is now marked across the country as Memorial Day.
There were 600,000 Confederate and Union soldiers who died in the Civil War. And I think it's really important that we honor that.
This community came together to preserve and protect relics from the elements inside the Boalsburg Heritage Museum and at other sites around town.
We really need to have a place for our artifacts and to kind of keep our history.
During a holiday weekend filled with parades and barbecues, historians and local history lovers say it's important to take time and learn about the past.
We're really fortunate that we can have such an important claim for such a nationally renowned holiday. I think that everybody should get to know as much history as they can because it's the context of the world that we live in.
This is the beginning, where it all began.
A tradition nearly 160 years old, still going strong today, rain or shine. For AccuWeather, I'm Bill Waddell.
We were muted. Guys, Thousands of people take over a street famous for traffic jams. Oh, how I hate traffic jams.
I agree.
I'm not even kidding.
They're terrible.
Before the show, we were stuck in a traffic jam, and I had to text Mr. Ciron, and I had to tell him that we were in standstill traffic.
And I had to tell her, don't worry, we're gonna make it. And we're here.
We made it 30 minutes before the show. So, anyways, community conversations. Alex Blackwood has a story. Alex.
And I'm back.
Yes.
So, Paris Champs Elysees, one of the city's busiest boulevards, is generally known for traffic jams, not bread and jam. Yet last Sunday, thousands of lucky lottery winners plopped down on a 700-foot red and white checkered blanket for a one-of-a-kind lunch. Organized by a committee of local businesses trying to lure residents back into the area, the Grand Picnic Champs provided baskets filled with free food from local restaurants to 4,000 diners, randomly selected from over 240,000 applicants. Other past events on the boulevard have included an open-air movie theater and a giant spelling bee. And for Community Conversations, I'm Alex.
I guess Alex was going to do the next part. Anyways.
Clear blue rivers and the stream is Alaska are changing color to a rusty orange. Our very own Denia Strawn has the lockdown on the strain happening. Denia?
Tell us about the river.
Tell us about the river.
Hello again. The cause, according to CNN, is the release of metals such as iron, zinc, copper, nickel, and lead into water as a permafrost thaws and exposes the waterways to minerals locked underground for thousands of years. Authors of a study in the journal Communications, Earth and Environment tested 75 locations in Alaska Brooks range that became cloudy and orange over 5 to 10 years. They said they are used to seeing similar color change in rivers close to mining areas, but not into remote wilderness. What we believe we're seeing is this thawing of soil that's happening faster than it would elsewhere. It's really an unexpected consequence of climate change. From Community Conversations, I am Denia Strawn.
Yep. She just set off her SOS for her
I'm
iPhone
sorry,
accidentally.
I accidentally. Yeah.
She was. It fell and it's hit off.
According to Washington Post, participants were asked to rank their performance from 140 foods and beverages, from extremely disliked to extremely liked foods. Those who liked many foods across many categories showed fewer symptoms of anxiety, mental health, distress, as well as better cognitive health. The findings suggest people focus on eating and enjoying a balanced diet that includes a broad array of vegetables, fruits, cereals, nuts, seeds, and moderate dairy, eggs, and fish. However, the study did not look at the health effects of the foods themselves, only at the participants' performance for them. So the authors say more research needs to be done.
I just got deja vu.
Yeah.
Pretty sure we talked about this
last week. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say this.
Anyways, we are welcoming all of you who are just joining us on KOP TV. Oh my God, my Spanish just kicked in for a second. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
And does it ever happen to you? Well, for anyone who speaks 2 languages or more
get
than 2,
mixed up a lot.
You think in one language and
But
then you say something in
I-
another one.
I do it with you. I did, in fact, today with her. I'm like, I freezed up because half of the things I want to say come in English, but then I talk to her in Spanish, but then they don't come out the way I want them to. And then I ask her, "Hey, did you get it?" And she's like, "Yeah, I understood."
Yeah, she says things in Spanish, but
It's
it's
very
really
weird.
English.
It's really English.
It's English in a Spanish accent. It's
yeah,
really-
that's it.
She was talking about the road and she said la roda.
I say some stupid things. I honestly say when I'm talking to her, I say some stupid things. When I like don't know it, I just somehow make up a
She
word.
says anything and it still makes sense. Anyways, guys, the countdown.
It's blue. The countdown is here for the much anticipated Family Expo 24 at the Cunningham Park in Riviera Beach. Community Conversations. Denia Strong has a 411 story.
That's correct, Daniela. There's so much interest in Family Expo 24, which is exactly 1 week away. So we should start preparing to go. This free event promises an unforgettable day out for families packed with activities that children and adults will enjoy. The variety, sorry, the variety of attractions include face painting for the little ones to unleash their imaginations, their hearts content, and more fun-filled activities. It's a perfect opportunity for families to spend quality time together and create lasting memories. The event is designed to cater to all ages and interests, ensuring that there's something for everyone, from live entertainment to interactive games. The Family Expo 24 is set to be a highlight of the summer. The expo will run from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., and we encourage everyone to come early and make the most of the day. Food and refreshments will be available, and local vendors will be showcasing their products and services. From Community Conversations, I am Denia Strong.
Let me remind you guys that our Fund the Future of Journalism campaign is in full swing. And we're talking about journalism, not, journalism. Well, I would per se describe journalism as reporting, but nowadays journalism is more so known as trying to brainwash. Or trying to impose your opinion. But we are doing something completely different here. We are a nonprofit, and all donations go right back into producing this very broadcast you're watching. It helps us expand into more homes and schools. And honestly, we're so grateful for that. Also, if you're become a part of our show, I mean, can you even think about it? You become better at public speaking. You get used to reading.
She's saying that because of me. That's why.
And you have fun. Have you had fun, Manny?
I have. And my nerves have stopped. Because if you look back in the first show, I used to keep messing up what I was saying. I still do. But like,
you're better.
You're getting better. I'm more confident, but yeah, I still get nervous, but not as much as the first time.
I mean, I still get nervous, but I feel like getting nervous is just a sign that shows that you care about what you're doing.
Yeah, and I also think that getting nervous for something is completely normal. Even if you mess it up, you like keep going.
We're having fun.
Yes.
That's what we do on here.
Yes.
So guys, donations can be made through a secure portal on our website at www.kopmn.org or just call us at 561-665-0151. And it's usually going to be down below or just in a banner that like goes around the screen.
Yes.
Anyways, I was talking to Danny about how I heard a lot of complaining on the news today.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of arguments, there were a lot of everything. And the world is honestly in complete chaos.
It honestly is. I don't know about you all, but whenever I'm in the moment, I'm like, oh, everyone's trustworthy. But when we talk about all these certain things, like there's violence in the news, I'm like, oh my God, is this really real? Is this the world now? Is it happening now?
Yeah.
But when I'm in the States, it's like, there's nothing. You
Yeah.
know, there's
I
like a
feel like-
questionable thing.
I feel like we have the privilege to live in a country that's peaceful
Yeah.
and that doesn't have that.
That doesn't have that much violence
That much
compared
violence
with other countries.
Other countries, especially the ones right next to us.
Yeah.
Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The
If you guys
borders.
knew how the borders were in Costa Rica, like there are tents that like people, regular working people, set up to help the immigrants fleeing from horrible conditions.
Yeah.
And you know, those are some of the things that you're gonna see on the news, but you're not gonna see the positive things in most of the news.
They just
You're
put like
always
the negative.
negative.
And I feel like it's a combination. It should be a combination of both.
Yes.
It should be 50-50 and not making your country or wherever you are look bad and only say, oh my God, this country is safe because it has certain things that make it look safe and make the other countries look bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I also think that there is a lot of people coming here in Costa Rica from Nicaragua that you see in the streets.
Venezuela. especially.
Venezuela, a lot of people that before you couldn't see, and they're constantly asking for money and like putting up signs, and it's like
It's sad.
it's sad because they have their kids, their babies, their families in the street, like separated distancing, and it's heartbreaking. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, yeah, I've seen them pretty much every single day.
Yeah, but what the news constantly reports is
Mhm.
usually all the negative about it. And,
Yeah,
oh, well, everyone that's coming is a criminal. Everyone that's coming is blah, blah, blah.
yeah,
Because they fled their country, because they don't want this. But when are you actually going to hear positive news? When are you actually going to do it? I think that we
No.
are one of the, if not like an exception in what news reporting is, because we actually look at the bright side of situations. We say, yes, okay, this could be happening, but look at what other people are doing to
Yes.
help. Look at this positivity. I don't know if you remember last week, but it was about the dog who retired
Yeah.
and they threw a bunch of tennis balls his way. That was positive. You know,
Like
It's-
certain small positive things can
It's
make a
good.
really big impact on how people are seeing the world.
yes, because we don't need another negative Nancy
Yes,
in our world.
that is
I-
100% true.
I feel like there's so much going on. All we can do is just stay positive and find ways to help, and that's
Yeah,
and get ourselves informed first of all.
and help
Get ourselves
uh-huh.
properly informed and not talk about a subject if you don't really
Yes.
know about it.
Stay quiet.
Stay quiet. Oh my God.
Or
when I
just
tell you
listen.
about all the people reposting things right now on their Instagrams, you know how badly I wanted to send them a message and be like, do you know the president's name? Do you know the governor's name? If
Yeah.
you're talking about them, if you're bashing them on your social media, like,
Yeah.
please be informed.
Yes.
So, anyways, yes, here in Community Conversations, we do have good news. And we also share our opinion, but we don't really impose it on you. We're not like, do this or
Do
this or this. Like, no, we have separate opinions. Also, it's kind of boring when you have the same opinions, same thoughts, same everything over and over again. Like, who wants that? Who wants that repetitive lifestyle? But, anyways, guys.
So, if you know someone who should be with us, in any show, please take a moment and call or text them. Let them know that Community Conversations is on. They have time. They would not miss much.
Yes. And if this is your first time hanging out with us, welcome.
Hi.
We have been providing unfiltered news about what young people are doing around the globe for the past 4 years.
Can I just say
No.
I'm laughing. Okay.
People,
Dale.
we have not missed
Oh my
a
God.
single Friday in 4 years. That's what I call commitment, guys. That is, she's laughing because I have this in my hand.
No, it's because she had it in like a weird form.
But
yeah,
it's insane. It's how much commitment
it
the
takes.
people here have. I mean,
Yes.
Mr. Ciron, like, I remember when I came down there to Miami, and he was like, he would not eat before the show. He would not eat Friday until the show was over because he was constantly working and getting things done before the show. Like, that's just pure commitment, and I applaud him for that.
Good job.
Anyways, guys, we are committed to ensuring that you have the latest local news about youth, whether it's about them doing great things in school, on the athletic field or court, or even in their houses of worship. And we like to switch it up. We also like to give you a little bit of Costa Rica news now and then. But anyways, now, drum roll please. It is that time for Trending Now with Mr. John and Mr. Ciron.
When I move my body just like this, I don't know why, but I feel like freedom. I hear a song that takes me back, and I let go with so much freedom.
Brother John, what's going on, my man?
Man, what's going on, good brother?
Another great day, such a beautiful day in Riviera Beach, Palm Beach County, Florida. Man, boy, if I had a choice, I wouldn't be anywhere else in God's great country.
In Palm Beach County, as you know, is huge. I mean, I'm
Yes.
down in Boca, and it goes all the way up. So
Tonight we're at the Riviera Beach Heights Gardens, as you heard earlier. We're the site of the Palm Beach Has Talent show, and with me I have two of my right-hand men with us. On my left I have Aaron. Say hello, Aaron.
Hello.
And to my right I have Elijah.
Hi.
And John, you should see these boys. Boy, they can eat. They can eat, but that's all right. They're good young men, growing young men, and we're gonna be stuck with them this summer, boy. They're both football players, very good students in school, by the way. Why don't you tell them where you go to school?
We go to school at Dr. Man McLeod Bethune Elementary School.
And what grade are you in?
When we was in fourth this year, we're going to fifth.
Man, that's a thing of the past. We don't dwell on the past. We're fifth graders right now, rising fifth graders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, y'all gonna be the top dogs in the school now that you're in the fifth grade.
Yep, they're twins, and they can finish each other's sentence, John. I'm telling you, great young men though. Now, earlier you had a thought. You saw what was happening. Why don't you tell us your thoughts from earlier? What did you do since you have food in your mouth? Elijah, why don't you tell them what you observed earlier, while they were on? What happened earlier in the garden? Elijah, go ahead. Now look at this.
Who's over here?
Oh, well, that's what we're talking about. It's the only thing that went on, right? What did we miss? What did they miss? You have to tell them what they're missing in the garden. You're the reporter, so you tell them what you saw earlier.
So we have a talent show.
They're also, by the way, hold up now. They're saying they're kind of dark. They're my lighting people, John. They're the ones who did the lighting out here for us. And we may seem a little dark because Aaron, that's your job. You were supposed to take care of that. But that's all right. Ain't no light gonna make us light. Ain't no light gonna make us lighter now, bro. We just dark. But anyway, what happened earlier? Why don't you tell him what happened earlier?
Well, earlier we did some
You're gonna
poetry.
need more than that.
We had all the kids and me and my brother we had a poem about the Palm Beach County Garden.
Mm-hmm. And what was the poem about? Tell us more about the poem. You guys took turns writing it?
We didn't take turns writing it. We practically said some sentences to put together, and Miss
Desiree
had wrote them down.
So it was a team approach. Team approach. Okay. Okay. And Elijah, what about you? You went to another session. What was your session about?
So basically, they read a story.
Get close, man, and focus. Get closer. Focus.
They read a story about how basically the pig wouldn't jump over a fence, and the dog wouldn't bite the pig, and the stick wouldn't whoop the dog, and the fire wouldn't burn the stick, and the water wouldn't put out the fire, and the bull wouldn't drink the water, and the rope wouldn't tie up the bull, and the mouse wouldn't nibble on the rope.
And the cat wouldn't eat the mouse.
Nope. And the cat only would eat the mouse if he got milk.
Okay.
And
what was the moral of the story?
So basically, the moral of the story was never give up.
Oh, okay. Never give up. Be persistent. All right. Well, I know you guys are going to hang out with us this coming week in summer camp, and
I have to go to another summer camp.
Why is that?
We don't have to.
You don't have to. You want to go to football camp? No, you're going to hang out with us. John, we must let them know that this will be our last, Brother John and I, this will be our last time sitting in the seat together, at least for 3 months. We're going to take a break. We've been doing this, John, for a long time without a break. So Brother John and I, come on, man, y'all going to hurt me on camera. Y'all going to hurt me on camera, huh? Brother John and I are going to take a break for the next 3 months, and the young people will have the show. We're going to do the summer edition of Community Conversations. So it'll be in good hands. I hope we just pray, John, that everything will be fine.
That's all we can do.
We'll have him, and Jeremiah, Denia, and Amelia and the crew will take everything. All right, gentlemen, going back to your thing over there. Enjoy. And you're gonna turn the light on me so I can get some light, no, or you're gonna leave it over there. This is fine over here. Next time we're gonna need more light than that, though. All right, much better. See the difference? Thank you, gentlemen.
No, I think the lighting is better now.
Yeah. So, John, the question that's on everybody's mind is I heard that one of our former commander-in-chief was convicted. I mean, it's no news. It's now no secret now. I think everyone has heard the news that our former commander-in-chief, President Donald Trump, was convicted last night by a jury in a New York court. And I guess the question we've been hearing is, will he go to prison? You know, can he still run for president in November? Can he still vote for the upcoming election in Florida, considering that Florida has been throwing people behind bars for voting if they have a criminal record? So, John, what say you, our Solicitor General?
Man, to kind of, answer those three questions, I ultimately think when it comes to the sentencing that he will not go to jail. I do think that he will be able to run for president. And I ultimately think that he will not be able to vote in the state of Florida as a convicted felon. Those are my three predictions. What about you, good brother?
Do you think it's going to hurt him politically?
I don't, unfortunately. This race and the country has gotten so divided and polarized that I don't know there's many people that were supporting him, 2 days ago, that are now not going to support him due to these uh, 34 convictions.
So there's a possibility history could be further made by us having a president in the White House with a conviction.
Yeah, no, that's not a good history to make, but that is a possibility for sure.
You asked me my predictions. As I've always said in my many years of reporting, I'm a newsman. I tell the story. It's hard for me to I don't get that caught up into things. I just, I'm somewhat, I don't want to say unemotional when it comes to politics. I do my part. I encourage my students to be involved and be engaged, but I don't get that. I don't even have real estate in my mind for, to be thinking about that right now.
Good brother, I would be remiss. I know we're talking about our former commander in chief, but this is fresh off the press regarding Marion Robinson.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, the mother of former First Lady and the mother-in-law, of course, of President Barack Obama. So she passed at the age of 86 this afternoon. So I did want to mention that, and I didn't know if she was top of your mind as well. But I know that
she was. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. And since this will be our last time before the summer, next Saturday will be no, not next Saturday. Tomorrow will be the fishing day, father and son fishing day at Lake Otter Park in Delray. So we have some young men from the community who will be out there fishing, and many of them whom do not have a father figure in their lives. So officers from the Delray Beach Police Department, and I'm sure some firefighters will be there on hand to serve as surrogates for the day, serve as mentors for the day. So if anyone's listening out there, especially members of the Divine Nine or the Masonic Brotherhood, and would like to have some time and would like to come out and just be a mentor for a day to a young man as he experience the joy of fishing, we would greatly appreciate that. Try to get there by 8:30. We want to be on the water by 9, no later than 9, so we can be back in at 12, have a presentation, and just have a good time. This is our 4th year doing this with the sponsored by the City of Delray Beach Police Department and a host of other sponsors. So we really appreciate this. But as we told you last week, graduation season, John, is in full swing, and we have another week or so to go before, I think, through June 8th, and we have been shouting out our graduates. This week, mega shout outs go to the brothers at the house, and I know Bill Nix is listening right now, so major shout outs to your fellow comrades at the house. Bill, we have a video that Jeremiah, why don't you roll the video, please? Jeremiah. Okay, we do have a video that some of the graduates at Morehouse graduation, and we will somehow, hopefully we'll have that. Okay, here we go. All right, that's the Morehouse. All right, that's the Morehouse at the house, they say. And congratulations also go out to a young man from right here in Palm Beach County, Kendall, who graduated yesterday from the University of Newfoundland in Canada. John, I had a chance to speak with his dad earlier today. They very rich story. Young man has a very great story. He'll be hanging out with us over the summer and have a chance to tell the kids about his experience. But he went to a Mate Rove contest out in, I think it was out in St. Louis a few years ago. Mate Rove is the underwater robotics program that we have, and he went to that contest and happened to be staying in the same dorm with some young men from the University of Newfoundland, and he was impressed by them, spoke to them, developed a relationship, and as a result of that relationship, they brought him on campus, and he graduated yesterday with his degree. Going to be heading out to the United States Navy, and he's going to be building ships, making big bucks.
Nice.
Straight from college to the Navy, where he'll be building billion-dollar ships. Isn't that something?
Amazing.
Opportunity, man. Opportunity. We're going to hear more about him in a few weeks. We'll make sure you hear his story once he stops by. But here at Community Conversations, John, and we're known, or we provide ourselves with and highlighting we pride ourselves, I should say, in highlighting the accomplishments of our youth. Things that you guys do. We're so proud of promoting that and bragging about you guys. And this week we had a 4-year-old who delivered a graduation welcome speech. And this little brother, John, was so fluent and his diction was just so precise. I wish I had half of, his prowess. We have to give him major shout out. And go ahead and play that video, Jeremiah, please. Up front. That's plastic. See, that's what I'll teach you guys to do. We teach you to do.
You're on mute, good brother. Good brother, you're on mute.
As we travel road to college, there are 4 stops filled with knowledge that we must conquer. First stop, preschool. That's completed. Yes. Second stop, elementary school. That will be succeeded. Third stop, middle school. That will be a breeze. Fourth stop, high school. We will go get ready to leave. You see, we have been challenged to dream big and believe in ourselves. So we are very confident the day will come that we will receive an acceptance letter from Harvard University. Just to name a few, and please, congratulations on behalf of one of the best schools in the country. It's with great honor to to announce your mission. We are impressed with your remarkable accomplishment and academic excellence. Your personal achievements stood out. Thank you, moms. Thank you, dads, for your patience and constant reminders of our intellectual talent. Mom and Dad told us if we ever make a mistake, there's no reason to cry. Everyone makes mistakes. Big people, small people, fat or fat, all people. So why can't I? And Master Caleb Stewart, your future businessman. Worldwide organization designed to inspire others to read. Dream big and believe in ourselves. We are 2019 graduates. Thank you.
And since we're ending our show, what better way to end our tenure this season with a good story, a good story to end the season and the school year on a high note. For one Missouri fifth grader, it meant paying off the lunch debt for his fellow students in the town of Blue Springs. This little young man, what grade are you in? Fourth grade. Well, he's ahead of you guys. Dakin believes no kid should have debt tied to their name or be kept from prom or graduation because of their family's financial situation. So, using his mom's Facebook account, Dakin launched a fundraiser and he challenged his friends, challenged family, and the local business to donate what they could. Within 2 weeks, he raised $7,300, double his goal, allowing him to chip away at the debt of his town's high school as well. Now, Johnny's classmates, they were wowed, and the school staff paid his kindness forward by creating an annual award in his name to give to future fifth graders who are interested in a lasting memory. Now, his message to them and others is SOT. The important things in life, or the important thing in life should be, is to be kind. Why don't you read this?
The important thing is to be kind because you are
Compassionate. I can help you with that. Compassionate.
Because you are a compassionate person.
Do you know what compassionate means?
It means like nice.
Okay.
Person and not someone doing just because want appreciation.
Attention.
Basically,
he's saying you do it because what?
You do it because you want to help others.
It's the right thing to do. Yeah, you're compassionate.
And not because you get attention from it.
Exactly. And John, let me just add that, man, why are you playing with that light behind me? Already dark, and you're trying to. This is my going out. This is the last show for me this year. You have me go out in the dark. Wow. That's good advice for adults as well, John. And I'm congratulations, Dakin. And anything you want to say to Mr. John before we go? You play football, right?
Do you watch the NBA?
No, I watch NFL.
Oh, okay, I was about to say,
excuse me.
We got the Mavericks versus Celtics. I didn't know if you had a pick on who was going to win the NBA championship.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, I got the Mavericks. I got the Mavericks.
You should have heard them last week, John. Kept going back and forth. The Celtics are no. Nobody want the Celtics. Why? Why? You guys don't care for the Celtics. Why?
I got the Mavericks. I'm with him. I got the Mavericks.
Why?
Gotcha.
Celtics do too much.
Celtics do too much. What do you mean they do too much? Hold up now. Educate us. They play basketball. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, but they be doing too much. They think they better than every team, basically.
But hey, that's what happened when you're better than the team, right?
They're not better than LeBron. They think just because they won against the Pistons.
They won against everybody.
Not everybody.
You ever heard of Larry Bird? You heard of Larry Bird?
Yeah.
Who is he or who was he?
He was one of the greatest basketball players.
Where did he play for? What team?
He played Boston Celtics.
So how you gonna say they think they're good?
Cause I ain't saying they not. I'm not saying they good, but I ain't saying they good.
Okay, all right. Anyway, brother John, what are your plans for the summer? You guys off, right? Or are you gonna be working?
Man, well, we still have student athletes here. This summer we have our NCAA
Brother John, hold that point 1 minute. I must give credit to my beautiful friends here from Whole Foods who came in today. And ladies, just wanted to say, come on over here for a minute, please. Let the world know about the great job that Whole Foods is doing in our community right here in Riviera Beach. Yes.
Tracy.
Wait, Tracy. You got Tracy. She left. All right. Well, Tracy's not here now, but Tracy's sidekick here. Just want to say thank you, John. They brought us bananas. They brought us what else?
Nice.
Muffins,
apples. So you know what? We have camp next week, and I didn't tell them. We're gonna save all of that and hide it, and that's gonna make. Man, I'm gonna have. I don't know about them. For me, it's gonna be good for me on breakfast. I'm gonna be John. I'm gonna be blending and making smoothing my banana every day. And the apples would be for lunch, and the muffin would be for lunch. Thank you so much, though.
You said you're going to take care of this?
Yeah, we got that.
The table and everything.
We got everything. We got it.
We're going to take off.
All right, you take care now.
It's a joy to come and see this.
Thank you so much. Take care, ladies.
Enjoyed it. Bye.
Yeah.
We'll have to listen to your DJing next time.
Yes. So, John, so this summer you guys do have camp. I mean, you do have students on campus.
Yeah. Our football and basketball
Fellas, we're still on air. We're still working.
They're here all summer. Of course, the Paris Olympics are this summer. So yeah, man, I plan to do a little bit of traveling. I'll be in Vegas in 2 weeks. I'll be visiting my parents and folks in North Carolina, and yeah, man, it'll be August before you know it. So
Enjoy it, man. I won't be back till September. I'll be around, but I'll be in the dark, as these young men try to put me in the dark. But all right, brother, it was great, man, and we'll see you around.
Absolutely.
For the listening audience, you stay tuned because we have a great show coming up next week. Starting next week, we have the Community Conversations Summer Edition. And until next time, Jeremiah, get us out of here.
And out.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go home. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go home. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart. Good night.
And good night, folks. And good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
Here at Community Conversations, we take full advantage of remote technology to engage the next generation with news that will inform them without fear and educate without any opinion.
Let's post some birthday shout-outs.
Birthday.
Anyways, happy birthday to Daniel West and
David Bale.
And that's from all of our friends here at Community Conversations. Now let's roll those videos. Jeremiah? Yes.
Yes. Jeremiah.
party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give up.
A huge thanks to all the adults, parents, grandparents, educators, and responsible community servants who every Friday night hang out with us to share ideas and install values in us, the leaders of tomorrow. We hear from you in the streets, we get your texts and emails, and we value your feedback. You are indeed contributing to your community as our mentors. And for that, we say thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Madison from Kingston, Jamaica, and I just want to give a big up to Community Conversations. We watch you, we love you, and we really enjoy what you do. Thank you so much and keep up the good work.
Hey, mommy! Hey, mommy!
Here at KOP, we believe that leadership training prepares youth to manage their time, work in a team setting, set goals, start conversations, facilitate meetings, and make effective presentations, all of which are positive life skills that they will carry into adulthood. Please direct your attention to our friend, Mr. John Maxwell, for our Leadership Minute.
Hi, John Maxwell here. Welcome to Minute with Maxwell. Leaders motivate. Now, the word for today on Minute with Maxwell is persuasion, which is motivation. Because what leaders do is that they move people. Now, not for personal advantage. If I move you for my personal advantage, then I'm not a good leader, because what I should be doing is persuading you, motivating you to move for your advantage. That's what leaders do. Leaders make things better for others. And the greatest way to make things better for others is to get people to do something perhaps that they would not do unless you walked in their life and persuaded them. Now, what I've learned is something very simple about persuasion. The best persuading I do with you are in the areas that I've been persuaded myself. You see, when I buy into something, when I've been motivated to do something, when I've been persuaded and found out that it's really wonderful, all of a sudden I become persuasive. Why? I not only believe it, I've achieved it. I've experienced it. So what have you experienced that is good for you that you need now to persuade someone else to experience for their own benefit? Figure it out and go out today and be a persuader. Thanks for joining me today on Minute with Maxwell.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? Oh, right. The Home Depot app is made for doing that doesn't miss a beat, so you can find what you need fast and keep things moving in the right direction. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app. It's made for doing.
Once you join KW Commercial Community, then the world of commercial real estate business opens up to you. KW Commercial is a community of 2,500 plus brokers and growing. Once you're inside the community, you have access to specific commercial real estate tools that all the other residential agents don't have access to. You have access to specific training on showing you how to become a top producing commercial broker. You have networking events, you have masterminds, you have the marketing package. You also have the relationships with other people who are inside the community who have experienced success at a higher level or a different market that you can tap into and learn and grow from. We have the answer within our organization.
condos. I got homes for sale, townhomes. I got homes for sale, single family. I got homes for sale, condos. I got homes for sale, townhomes. I got homes for sale, condos. I got homes for sale, townhomes. I got homes for sale, single family. I got homes for sale, condos. I got homes for sale, townhomes. I got homes for sale, single family. I got homes for sale, condos. I got homes for sale, townhomes.
The cinematographer and engineer behind tonight's show is Jeremiah, a proud product of Dr. Juan Garcia High School. Joaquin. To find past community conversations, visit our YouTube channel and type in KOP Mentoring Network in the search bar, if we can put it down below.
Yes. And as you guys probably already know, we've been saying it for at least a year, honestly. This segment is brought to you by the Women's Club of Delray Beach, and they are an incredible set of women who have been improving the quality of life of residents in Delray Beach since 1902. They're also part of a bigger branch, which is also the society. This club was formerly known as the Ladies Improvement Society, but it is a part of the General Federation of Women's Clubs. This is huge. It's been here since 1890. I mean, think about that. Since 1890. That's a long time to be improving, the community and enhancing the lives of others. And you guys there in Florida, in Delray Beach, probably, splurge on the things that they've, been able to get for you, including the intercoastal waterway that you use daily. So, I mean, that's incredible.
Yes.
Right? Yes. And, like I said, the accomplishments could also be the city's public library, the building of the ward at the Bethesda Memorial Hospital, and like I had already said, you guys really do enjoy several of the other perks and benefits in the city of Delray Beach. If you want to learn more about this rich history and incredible work that the Women's Club of Delray Beach are doing, please go and visit delraywomensclub.com. Again, that is delraywomensclub.com. Now,
before we go, shout out to our community conversations classroom. Mrs. Murel and her all-star at Lone Star Academy in Dallas, Texas. Miss Shields and her Wildcats at Booker T. Washington in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Mrs. Bryson and her Grizzlies at the Northwoods in Cook, Minnesota.
And Miss
Trefontaine
and her Jaguars at Jefferson in Beaver Dam, Wisconsin.
This will about do it for this week's episode of Community Conversations. Please join us again next week where we will have another dose of news by and about what young people are doing around the globe. From the entire team, have a safe and enjoyable weekend. And what are your plans, Danny?
I hate you. Well, we both have plans. She's actually doing that for a certain reason.
No, because we always ask each other what we're doing.
But we're going to a party. That's it. Nothing special. I knew that question was coming up and I didn't know how to say it. But yeah, we're going to my brother's ¿cómo se dice despedida?
Goodbye party.
I guess you could say goodbye party, because he's a senior and he's going away. So we're going to that. So what are your plans?
No, my plans are to go to this, weird little party that someone invited me.
I'm gonna hate you. Yeah, call it weird.
Let me disappear into the green screen. No, yeah, we're gonna do that, and then on Sunday I'm gonna celebrate my aunt's birthday.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anything else that you have planned?
Yeah, that you're not coming to my graduation.
It's next year. She'll forgive me by then.
We'll see.
I mean, she did make me go to her school today.
I didn't force you. What do you mean? I said, hey, do you want to come to my choir concert? She's making things up already as we finish this show.
Anyways, guys, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in for another amazing rendition of Community Conversations. If you like what you saw tonight, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing with friends, families, and even acquaintances. Be sure to tune back next week for another amazing edition of Community